With the incredibly recent reveal of a brand new game mode based in modern Minecraft versions coming soon to the Hypixel network, I wanted to take a little time today and discuss why the reveal and the implications of a new game mode built around the latest version of Minecraft may end up changing Minecraft servers forever and breathe new life into an industry facing stagnation. Starting off with the elephant in the room, yes, we are in fact getting a brand new Hypixel game mode, and yes, it is going to be based in the latest version of Minecraft. As you can see here, this is footage from the 12-year anniversary cinematic, and at the end of that video they showed off the new game mode. Just a little bit, not a lot of detail, but as we can see there is a bunch of 1.20 and newer version blocks, as well as the fire imps which were shown off like a year ago in a Skyblock thread. As well as that, we also can see there is a new boss model, which looks very, very cool. Now, I imagine that this game mode, if I had to guess, is either some sort of roguelike or some sort of Souls-like. It seems like it's based around more difficult content, a more slower pace of play when compared to something like Skyblock, which is very high speed. I think that that's generally fine, but in terms of the content itself, we don't have too many details. However, we are able to make a lot of assumptions based on this teaser. Firstly, the fact that we're getting a new game mode in 1.20 kind of goes to show that the admins have done a great job of porting much of the game over, at least to the ability where they're now able to release content consistently in the latest version. That is something that the server has needed for a very long time now. The biggest Minecraft server over the last decade has fundamentally been behind when it comes to the version itself. And seeing Hypixel finally be able to catch up in 2025 and moving ahead into the future years is going to be really good for the long-term health of the game. Not only are they able to innovate again, create new content that truly shocks and excites players, but they are going to be able to do so seemingly a lot faster using modern Minecraft tools and plugins, things that they were never even able to use before just because they were using a version that was so damn old. The second major aspect to go over here is the player base itself. Hypixel has not really been able to tap into the modern Minecraft player because, for the most part, the modern Minecraft player plays exclusively in 1.20 or newer. That is simply because the new players, well, they don't really care for the old version of Minecraft. Either they grew up on the new stuff, or they just never had an interest in checking out the old stuff. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean that now that Hypixel is moving some content over to the latest version, they'll be able to tap into those players, get them on the server, and get them hooked on Hypixel game modes, which will likely lead to an increase in player count, at least in the short term. Hypixel, and by extension all other Minecraft servers, have kind of struggled in recent years because none of them have been able to truly capitalize on the modern Minecraft player. While there are a few servers like Windcraft and Monumenta, as well as Hoplite, which have seen some success in recent years, none of them have reached that critical mass that I imagine that Hypixel will be able to attain once this new game mode ends up dropping, at least if the game mode is any good. Speaking of other servers, I actually think this will be a good part of Hypixel updating as well. Hypixel, for the most part, hasn't really had to compete with anybody else in the Minecraft server space for at least the last 6 or 7 years, and maybe moving to the latest version will allow them to actually experience some competition again, and I mean that in a very positive way. Having to compete with other servers or other developers brings out the best in everybody. It forces people to innovate, it makes content offerings generally better, and it allows people to experiment more and take greater risks. Risks that led to some of the best PvP modes that we've ever seen in the early 2010s, and some modern innovations that we see other servers trying out in order to even attempt to rival something like Hypixel, something no server has even remotely done, at least until now. Obviously, I'm not trying to say that any server will even come close to something like Hypixel over the next few years. However, I do hope that sense of competition and innovation takes over the Minecraft server scene, at least over the next year or so, as more and more changes begin to occur to Hypixel. Plus, if you're a Skyblock player, this is good news for you, because movement to the latest version means that we'll likely be able to get new content out much quicker, because the admins won't have to deal with years and years of old code slowing them down. Honestly, even if Hypixel's newest game mode turns out to be a dud or isn't really that fun, I don't think it actually matters that much. The main reason I am excited is because they are moving to the latest version, something they should have done 8, 9, maybe even 10 years ago at this point. If Hypixel had kept up all these years with the modern versions of Minecraft, who knows how popular, how innovative, and how complex the server would have become. The server slowed down a lot in recent years, and that is mostly due to 1.8. It is not fundamentally a strong place to develop from. The modern versions are much better at this, and frankly they'll be able to get content out much quicker. It's just a matter of how much longer people are willing to wait, but when it comes to Hypixel, people have already waited years. I imagine just 1 or 2 more won't be that bad for the average person. I would love to hear what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Honestly, I believe that this is going to be a golden age for Minecraft servers as a whole, because now, with innovation back on the table, and with competition potentially on the rise, there will be good reasons for everyone to try harder in terms of making new content and exciting the player base. At the end of the day though, my name's Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future fellas, I'll see you then.